Well, it's always a test. It's a fascinating stadium to play football. You have to be at your best. You have to raise the level to your maximum standards, emotionally, physically, technically, tactically. Because if you don't, you get exposed. And to go at Anfield is always a test. But again, if you are able to do that as well, there are not that many grounds as good as that to feel that you are a proper footballer.
What have you made of Jurgen Klopp's side so far this season?
But it's difficult to judge just on the season because what they've done in recent years. I think Jurgen and the staff have managed to bring the club to the best moments in their history and to sustain it, which is probably the hardest thing to do. So they have transformed. First of all, the energy around the place. I think the cohesion and the energy they have created and that stadium is something special, and Jurgen has done that in other clubs that he's been. So it's a talent that he has, and they have built from there, and obviously they've been extremely successful. Well, obviously it was a surprise. First of all, as a Rangers fan as well, I must say that thank you so much to Stevie and the coaching staff for what they did for the club, because they turned the club around in such a difficult moment, and to manage to win the league in the way they did it, obviously was a big boost. Football is like that. People want to move, people had other expectations, and now just I wish the best to Giovanni and the club and see what happens.
Why can't Arsenal teams win in the league at Anfield? What's been the reason for so many defeats in so many matches? Can you put your finger on it? Do you think it's in the players' heads?
I don't know. Obviously, the quality of the opponent has a big say. It's not a coincidence. Last year as well, before we went to Old Trafford, it was I don't know how many years before we went to Stamford Bridge, the same. But first of all, you have to believe that you go there and you can beat them. That's the first thing. If somebody is not with that mindset, you should not put the shirts on and go to Anfield tomorrow. And then, as I said, you have to raise individually your game to your best, emotionally, physically, technically, and tactically. You have to be able to suffer in the right moments, because there are going to be moments that you're going to have to do that. And then as a team, you have to have very clear ideas of what you have to do on that pitch to beat that side.
Do you believe you can beat them tomorrow?
Yes.
And what reasons? Is for all them reasons you said?
All the reasons that I said, what I see, and because if not, there's no point traveling. And you always have to find the reasons to believe that your team can go there and beat them.
Have you got a special plan to stop Mo Salah?
We have a plan like every week with the strengths and weaknesses of every team that we have to minimize and expose the weaknesses that they have.
And do you think this is possibly going to be Ramsdale, Ben White, Gabriel's toughest test since they've all been together with your new back four, that this is going to be their toughest test, isn't it?
It's one of the toughest places to go in the league, that's for sure. For the environment, for the energy that the stadium creates, for the quality of the opponents, for the quality of the coach that they have, for many reasons. That's why they've been where they've been in the last few years. But we know that, and we have to focus on what we can do and what we have to do.
And you talk glowingly of Anfield. Is it your favourite stadium to play at? One of your favourite stadiums to manage at? What is it about it that you like so much?
That you really feel as a footballer, you are in a place where you really have to give your best. And when you do, it's an incredible feeling, because you have overcome a really difficult and challenging situation. And when you don't, like it had happened other times, after you feel regrets for things that you haven't done or you should have done differently, or you haven't approached the game in the right way. So I think it's one of those places where you have to go there and believe on the day that you have to show why you want to play football.